There's three lands of estate plan. Okay, land number one, where I am right now, is called estate planning land. Okay, and there's this government rule book that says what we're allowed to do in estate planning land. Like, for example, I can create a trust. Like, for example, you can't have a minor be a trustee. Like, for example, a 7-year-old doesn't inherit money, right? So there's estate planning land. There's what happens here. Okay, now depending on what we do in estate planning land, like what terms and conditions we put on a trust, that's going to have implications in land number two. Land number two now is uh, asset protection land. Okay, now an asset protection land or long-term care land, there are ramifications. So if over there in estate planning land, I wrote a trust that says I can be my own trustee, but I can't have access over here in long-term care land, that means it's no longer available for my nursing home, right? So if I give up access here in long-term care land, we protected the assets from the nursing home. Okay. Third land, now this is tax land. Now in tax land, they don't care about long-term care land. They don't really care about estate planning land. They care about taxes. The IRS doesn't care what Medicaid is doing, right? The IRS just wants to know if you owe taxes. So now over here in tax land, the IRS is saying, well, if over there in estate planning land, you wrote a document that says that you maintain control, we, the IRS, well, we don't care what Medicaid is. We are still going to tax you on the money because our rule book says it's based on control. Okay. So if you maintain control of the money, we're still going to tax you on the money. So would you be surprised to find out that the left hand of the federal government doesn't know what the right hand is doing? And this is why. Because Medicaid doesn't care what the IRS is doing. The IRS doesn't care what Medicaid is doing. And Pennsylvania, in the middle with estate planning land, has drafted a set of rules without real consideration of either of those. They just set rules on what we're allowed to do with trusts, right? So we start with what we're allowed to do with wills and trusts and powers of attorney, and we look at the ramifications over there, and we look at the ramifications over there, and we give our clients the best advice. But those guys aren't really on the same page with what happens. We just need to be, right? So there you go, the three lands.